Howdy all, Mach 1 Fireman here, and welcome back to the Brothers Play Attack of the Beat team. Once again joined by my younger brother, Lance the Giant.
Bet you've never seen a turtle jump like this before. Ha ha ha.
Right, and a Smerologist who is
not
away.
here.
Yes,
Yes.
He's left us something.
It's annoying.
Visit scenic Smelterburg, home of meat.
Oh yeah, forgot I put that there.
Yeah. So I guess
That doesn't work.
we're going to Smelterburg.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
kind of hungry, so let's get some meat.
Yeah, let's go visit Smelterburg. Whoop, hi,
Doors.
stupid doors.
The doors were open. How did you?
Shut up.
Yeah, I didn't fix that one yet. I fixed our front door, but I didn't fix
No.
that side.
There it is.
No, like he ran into the frame.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Started
Okay.
early tonight, did you?
Yeah, well, you know. This is not where I
Oh.
left the portal thingy for Smelterburg.
What the? Are we?
All right.
Yeah,
No, we
I
have
had
it
to
out.
move
Okay,
it.
here we
Hey,
go.
there you are. Hi.
Hey, hello.
Nice hat.
Well,
Holy cow!
Thanks.
Blang. So,
nothing.
Wow. What did you do here?
you've been doing some work here.
Here's-
Yeah. All right,
Where
just-
is?
If you want to see the madness, come on up.
Up,
Just
he
what we did.
says.
Up and away. Oh wow! You wasn't this where that huge building was?
Oh,
It's-
you destroyed it. Okay, the big
Yes, I did.
thing.
Oh,
Yes,
chests.
the enormous eyesore.
Yeah.
It'll be replaced by a much smaller and more reasonable eyesore very soon.
Right, yeah. Is that the
All
big
that chest
dirt
is
thing
just
here?
dump offs. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
get to that in a sec.
Okay.
These are full, man.
A lot of them are full of just dump offs, like I said.
Okay.
Uh,
Where'd you go? I lost
I
you.
went straight up.
what is this?
Oh, you're still up. Okay.
Yes.
Oh. No.
Yep.
No.
I don't know how well you remember what it looked like before.
Dirt.
but
Pretty
it didn't
well.
look like that.
No, it didn't look like this at all.
It had farms, and it's still got a few farms. I needed water in a couple places, so I didn't take those ones up.
Right.
But yeah, I compacted the town
Yes,
much
you
more
did.
tightly around the smeltery. Actually, what I did was I broke the smeltery down and moved it into the middle of that quad,
Yeah.
and then I tightened the buildings up around it.
Okay. Nice.
And then I took down the god-awful eyesore and blew up half the mountain with the rest of the SDX I made.
Hey, people of Smelterburg.
Did you save me any SDX from my house?
He's taking a bath.
I did not, but believe me, it takes 2 seconds to make.
Okay, fair enough. So
Plus, once I got about half of that blown up, I was having too much fun to stop blowing it up, so I just blew it. Yes.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, if you look over here, you'll remember there used to be this little straw man over here, the second one that cursed the people of Smelterburg.
Yeah.
But now he's confused
What?
because he doesn't know where his little spawner has gone. And what I did here, although it's gone now, is I set up our first industrial meat packing plant
Uh-huh.
just to test it out.
Yep.
And now it's working. So
good.
if you'll come over here.
Okay.
Is this USDA approved?
Yep. This is the core of Morology brand meats. You can see
Morology
the finger
meats.
quoties. Yes,
Okay.
that's what the straw man is now doing, is the finger quoties. This deal right here with the lever on it is a slaughterhouse. This thing here behind the chest is a meat packer. Inside this enormous block of dirt is a stack of 4 spawners.
Uh-huh.
Skeletons and zombies. I took apart the Liquid XP machine,
Yep.
obviously.
Obviously. Because it was
And-
right over there.
Yeah, just slightly farther back and much more noisy. Now, what's going on is I was trying to cut this open and put some glass blocks in it with the replacer, but the replacer wasn't replacing them. So I'm just going to put some clear glass in here so you can take a little peek in.
Okay. I want all that XP.
You can't have the XP.
I want it.
Well, you can have it. You got to break that glass out and then put it back.
Because you actually get glass back. Ha
Yep, clear glass you do.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
happening is those guys are dropping down and falling onto either those platforms
Mhm.
or all the way down. If they fall onto the platforms, they fall into the click. They fall into the slaughterhouse's killing floor.
Okay.
Is that off or on? It says on, so that probably means it's off, right? Are they dying up there?
Somebody's about
They
to
are
die.
I don't know.
There we go. Let's turn that back on.
Doink. Oh, oh, there's a
Yeah,
turtle in
now
my
it's
face.
killing them. Okay.
I want to see too.
Okay, there's a
If they fall
skeleton
in
that
there-
oh, there he goes. He's
Right.
dead.
When the idle time elapses, they die.
Yep.
And when they die by the smeltery or by the slaughterhouse, it creates two things. One is it creates liquid meat. The liquid meat goes behind this block cover into this meat packer, and then it empties into this chest.
Oh wow, look
Take
at
a
that.
little
Raw
gander.
meat ingots.
Yep.
Mingotts.
Ingots.
It also creates this stuff called pink slime,
Uh-huh.
which if you remember, I think it was Arby's who got busted for using a whole bunch of this crap as meat expanders.
Was
I
it
don't know,
Arby's or Taco Bell?
It was some
Wendy's.
like fast food American restaurant that, yeah, that's what they called the stuff that they used to expand their meat
Pink slime.
to stretch it. Yeah, and what you can do is you can either have this run into your slaughterhouse, or out of your slaughterhouse into your meat packer with the other stuff, and it makes nuggets, meat nuggets. Thank you, the internet.
I didn't want to
Yes,
interrupt.
or-
Sorry.
Right? Or what you can do is pipe it off, which I had to do I had to jump through a couple of hoops to get it to come out into its own thing because there's not a control that allows you to do that. So you just got to have pipes running off, and when one of your tanks starts filling up with pink slime, that's the one that's dedicated to pink slime from now on. What you can do with that is if you happen to have an empty bucket, either of you, empty bucket.
Actually, I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Now go dig a different hole than that and put that pink slime in it. Watch it.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh,
the-
And it makes pink slime.
Hey, little guy. Yeah, half
So you
a
could do
heart.
that forever.
Oh wait, so they just keep spawning out of this?
Well,
Well,
no.
that-
That's several
I'm filling
buckets
them
worth.
Oh,
at this
you're
point.
putting more. Okay. It's like it's never gonna stop.
Yeah, it's not like the blue water up in the slime islands. They will stop. And those little guys drop red slime balls and turn you into such.
He killed one.
Yep.
Hey, little person.
Yeah, that was my work. That's my work mode now. My new one.
Is it one by
You guys can
one?
tell which one I am. Uh-huh.
You're a little pink with her face.
And I can jump a lot higher than those guys. Whee!
Actually, I think you're jumping the same height. Or no, you're just okay. You're a little higher.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty funny.
So they can be slaughterhoused and meat packed into nuggets, or you can make them into these guys. I think there's one crafting recipe that requires specifically red slime balls, but otherwise they work just as well as the other kinds of slime balls. Yes, that's what happens if they fall into that level. If they don't, I had to turn back into myself. Zip. If they drop down into the, just enjoying the accolades over there.
There we go.
So are they falling hard enough on these 4 points here that they die, or because it looks like?
I'm busy
it looks-
pitying something. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Pity the fool. Pity the fool.
He does too.
Okay, sorry.
That's
Continue.
Yes. To answer your question, it's not the fall that's killing them; it's the slaughterhouse. This machine over here, it works like a grinder, only different stuff comes out, and all their XP flies out into a thing.
I'm rocking the sweet tunes.
Nice.
Yeah, pink slime ball.
Now, what I didn't realize when I set the system up was that it actually dropped their XP.
Mhm.
So some of this might require some rejiggering, but for now, because the grinder doesn't do that, it drops mob essence instead.
Mhm.
So what happens to the guys who fall down into the middle is that they fall into a second set of conveyor belts, and they drop down into a crusher like we had before.
Right.
But what makes that one different from the way we had it once is that the original one we had up in the hillside here was a 1x1 hole, or a 1x2 hole.
Right.
So they would drop in and get their heads smushed.
Uh-huh.
This one does the same. It's the same size. I didn't have them on a conveyor belt that dragged them into a line of 3. But, it's still got the entity detector hooked up to the drawbridge. But I'll just finish my story here. What it does with her... What was I even saying? Yes, it drops down into a 1x1 hole that's 2 deep.
Okay, that back.
And, yep.
There you go.
Just threw it right through your whole body.
Poosh.
The signal that comes out of the entity detector goes through a bunch of repeaters, and it delays it long enough for several guys to drop in at once.
I see.
And that's what this little yellow pipe sticking up out of here is that's coming out of a liquid XP tank.
Gotcha. So all you gotta do is put a tank on there and
Yep,
Suck
and
it.
it fills it right up.
you gonna sleep or what? Yo.
I don't have a sleeping bag. I lost mine at some point
Well,
during one of my
what?
nightly zombie attacks.
Log out real quick then.
Nope.
What?
I'll get into bed. I'm going right now.
Oh, okay.
Click. There we go.
And
And it takes forever.
There we go.
hey, can I have that back, please?
Oh, what? What's... Wait.
Can I have that back?
Which one is yours?
I don't think it matters.
Oh, the weird one is
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one.
I had one while I was working on Smelterburg here,
Uh-huh.
and I lost it. I woke up one morning and looked around and couldn't find it. I think it popped into a block space or something, and it was gone.
Bummer.
It was not great.
Spider, get off the roof. Hey, this roof don't belong to you.
Okay, so what made you decide to flatten it all out and make it all one like this?
Like
Okay.
all on the same level, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, when you're working in a village a lot over the course of several Minecraft days, you get repeatedly swarmed by zombies and skeletons.
Yeah.
So I laid it out flat like this, primarily to make it easy to hit them with my frying pan and send them in all directions.
I see.
But it also made it easier to move them around, because I didn't want to tear these places down and rebuild them.
Right.
So instead, what I would do is I would dig out around them if they were up high, and then plop one of these guys on top of them.
Lord.
It's a helm, to answer your question, Lance.
Okay.
Like an Archimedes ship helm.
Right.
I don't know
when
where it went.
It's oh, maybe Lance got it. I don't know.
I think
No.
he did.
I didn't.
Or it just disappeared entirely. I
I
couldn't
wasn't
say.
anywhere near it. You've got
But
it.
what I would do is I would put the helm down on top of one of these houses, and then compile the ship.
Mhm.
And since it doesn't compile with dirt, I was able to drive it around like a car until I got to the place where I wanted it to, and then turn it off.
That's
So-
awesome.
You literally have a house mover.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, there were some complications. There was a learning curve. Let's just say. Like you notice, there's no tall grass anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you drive into a bunch of tall grass and then try to decompile your ship, you can't. I
Awesome.
jumped off the top and I was like, what? What do you mean it didn't compile? Bumped into it, the entire house moved. What have I done?
No.
I was trying to move. I thought I was super clever. I was trying to move this thing.
Uh-huh.
Because originally this was like here, right next to, well,
Yeah, it was over
It's
this
more like-
way. Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
Because the blacksmith was a little farther back in that empty space. I haven't really prettied this area up any. So what I did was I laid a row of shore buffers under this thing.
Uh-huh.
Because it doesn't compile with shore buffers either. And I figured, well, I'll just roll it across the top of the shore buffers, and when I get to where it needs to be, I'll stop. And I said, wait, how am I going to stop it? I know, I'll put a tower of shore buffers. So I thought I would just, stroll up, bump into it, and disengage, and that'd be that. But it didn't work, because what happened was when I pushed it into the shore buffers, I don't know if you've seen this with an Archimedes ship, but you can sort of move it through solid objects.
Mm-hmm.
When you get up close to it, you just sort of wiggle left and right a little bit.
Yeah.
And you'll go right through a solid object. I don't have a ship compiled here to demonstrate that, but take my word for it. It's pretty awesome.
Mhm.
But that is what ended up happening when I got to the shore buffer line. So I couldn't decompile this thing at all, and it wasn't on balloons, it was just sliding. So eventually I just had to slide it all the way back across the top of this thing onto the dirt over here. So I did have to end up tearing that thing down and moving it. And I didn't want to risk it with the smeltery, so I just broke that whole thing down as well.
I guess.
Yeah.
And it still works for spawning villagers. I even made this nifty little activation platform. You just step right into here and then stop. It takes you up to where you can reach the auto spawner.
Awesome.
Oh wow! I just went right there. Yeah.
It's not exactly OSHA safe, but
Uh,
gets the job done.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
And,
what are you?
I made. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What are you gonna do with this thing?
I'm going to surround it in. I'm going to make it sort of an industrial style building.
Uh huh.
Big smokestack sort of thing on top, or just really tall cobblestone concrete building. Kind of not ugly, but unimpressive, but big. And then
I like
have
the
more
thing
of
that
a,
was there before.
right, except on a smaller scale, because that was, as I said, I thought the radius of a spawner was 8 blocks as opposed to the diameter that a spawner spawned in. So yeah, this thing is much, much smaller for the exact same amount of spawning to happen. Same
It is.
efficiency and all that.
I just think it's funny. When we first came over here, you were like, "God, that thing that we had before is such an eyesore," and I was like, "This is just a big block of dirt."
See, that one was finished, whereas this one is in the planning stages.
Ow! I didn't hit the
Just
ground.
knocked him over the
Ah!
house. He's fine.
Yes.
Just got back. Yeah, but since it's dropping all that XP in there, what I might do is just move the liquid XP machine up,
Mhm.
the catalyzer and all that stuff. I mean, it's still got the same system as we had over there.
Right.
It's just smaller,
Down there, yeah.
different place, because the grinder, like I said before, that we've got over at the grinder area doesn't drop XP.
Right.
But evidently the slaughterhouse does.
Yeah.
So
I've got like 3 or 4 levels out of it already.
yeah, so instead of having 2 tiers of collection, I can just have them all fall into the same place.
Yep.
Sweet.
Makes sense.
Indeed. And I got these houses as filled up as they're going to get. There were some issues, like the Tinker's house over here had a little bit of dark zone in the middle of it. So I heard banging one morning. I'm like, what the heck? Who's banging on a doorway? And I went looking around, and sure enough, there's a zombie villager in there trying to get out, and a zombie friend in there with him.
Uh,
So I've had to go through and relight some of these places, and
Funny.
they're not all on exactly the same level. Like some of them have steps going up to their doors, and some of them
Right.
don't. So there's some,
yeah.
and there's no roads anymore. Also,
you trap these guys in here, like in their own houses.
yes,
Yeah.
see here. Okay, here's the thing. For their safety, it's easier to lock them in their houses
Uh-huh.
so they can't get out and run around.
Uh-huh.
So they're not trapped out of doors when the sun goes down and the zombies come at them.
Right. But can't
So they're
zombies still break through these doors?
They cannot.
Really?
Yeah, because
They-
if I'm here, I send them back to Valhalla. Speaking of this frying pan, I don't know if y'all know this, but maybe you do because you read the book, like the Materials in You book.
Mhm.
Check this business out.
What the?
Now right-click in there.
It's a frying pan.
Yeah, you can totally cook stuff in there. You put charcoal and some of this meat.
Oh wait, now I have a frying pan.
I recommend you give me that.
No. Oh god, he's a gun! Oh god!
Give me my frying pan.
Oh crap! I blocked. What the hell did I do that? Hata!
I will P90 you into next week.
I know. I just wanted to hit you once.
So do you
I
have 2 of
swear.
them?
I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
do.
Oh my god!
I got plans for this one.
I went up to him and I right clicked.
Ah, take that! things.
Such an idiot.
Yeah, all right, now come up here for a sec. I'll take a look at scenic Smelterburg from above.
All right.
Well, that really hurt too. I tell you what. My
Right?
plan for the rest of Smelterburg
Okay.
is to finish the plant, obviously. Pretty the hillside back up because it was slightly excavated.
Yeah.
And then go in and take these gardens up and then put them back down on a smaller scale for all of the different kinds of crops. Like there's, wheat and strawberries and coffee berries and all that kinds of weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just
you're gonna-
plant those around the perimeter
Mhm.
on a 5x5 instead of whatever size that is. Because I've got a bunch of fertilized soil that doesn't need water and doesn't, what do you call it? Doesn't
Didn't get trampled.
de-till itself when you land on it while you're trying to jump
Yeah,
or
try
trying to
to-
fly, but you're just jumping like a moron. if you were to look at our garden back at the base right now, which
Yeah,
is
there's
empty
there's
currently.
spots.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bare dirt patches everywhere. So yes, and then go in and maybe decorate some of these houses. And I really hate the pre-generated houses a lot
Uh-huh.
because they're very basic and ugly.
Yeah.
So I'd like to fool with those a bit, but I just haven't got that. Oop! I left the glass sticking out there, didn't I? Yes. I took a couple of houses off the perimeter.
I thought you just left
Wait,
it for like
and I-
artistic effect or something.
Well, I was going to use the block mover to grab those pieces of glass and put them in elsewhere, but every place already has glass in all of its windows, so I just forgot to go back over here.
Taken care of.
It is no more. We can just edit that out.
We'll fix it in post, right?
Yeah.
And
Very
this
good.
is still where our emeralds are going to come from.
Mm-hmm. How are we doing on those, by the way? Do we have any?
I think there's 2 in there currently.
Well,
They ran it
1.4.
long enough for proof of concept. We hadn't needed more than a block since then.
Yeah. Very good. I like this.
Zip.
Took me a little bit of doing to figure out how to rebuild the smeltery because I just tore it down. I was like, well, let me wait. Crap. What? How does this go? So it looks a little different than it used to.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That's good. As long as
So,
it
yeah.
works.
It does.
So-
Works like a charm.
Very good.
And it's not full of glue.
Because there's no horses.
Well, see, before I tore it down, I had to test all the different kinds of animals to see if they smelted into good stuff. The only thing that smelted into anything that wasn't villagers smelting into emeralds was horses into glue, which I thought was brilliant. Wasn't expecting it, but I kind of was. I was wondering how sick the Mojang people were, and the answer is exactly that sick. I don't know if they had anything to do with the Tinker's Construct,
No,
but
no,
regardless,
probably not. Whoever it
I was
was.
gonna say
whoever
who
did that
They didn't make
is
that.
a sick person.
And we enjoy it.
That's right. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Right. All right, then.
Awesome.
Don't you do it.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Was I threatening you? Maybe we're in Texas. I'm just exercising my constitutional state rights to carry this fully automatic rifle wherever I please.
God bless Texas. All right.
That's right.
Well,
You have the right to be scared.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
All right. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of this episode.
Yep.
Next episode, I think we're going to do some Tinker's Construct stuff. Is that right?
In my derps, I have discovered many wonderful get-arounds.
Sounds good. All right. Well, that's like I said, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, we appreciate y'all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and we will see y'all next time.
Next time!
Pang.